What's up, everybody? Welcome to today's trade reviews. Let's go ahead and take a look at everything. Bing, bada, boom. All right, so we're going to start things off with AAL, which broke its entry and took out two price targets. So let's see how you could have done that and played with it. Starting off with the 5-minute time frame. This is where the day opened right here at 8:30. As you can see, we broke the entry and we immediately went up to PT1, tapped it, pushed off of it. But if you also zoom in and see, what are we doing is we're staying above the bottom band of the VWAP. In fact, we come down with this one and wick right off of it. If you've been paying attention to our sessions, you know that I typically do not sell when there is a one, even if the one is kind of going against me because it has not chosen a direction. And I'm looking for a direction to be chosen against me for me to get out of the play. As you can see, it was not. The next candle was a two up, retaking out PT1, taking out PT2. This is the next spot that you should have been scaling out a 30-year contracts here, a 30-year contracts here, and leaving stops within profit or at least break even means that you profited on this play. You profited here, you profited here. And even if your runners were stopped out here at break even, you still made some money on the play. And that is why it's so important to scale out and to sell at price targets. Let's move over to the next one that was signaled. That would be Disney. So let's go ahead and go to Disney. Disney as well broke entry and took out the price targets. Remember, I gave this little bonus one right here too in the video. And going into the 5-minute time frame, let's take a look at how this movement went and see what went on. Oh, very interesting. Wouldn't you know that right at 8:30 in the morning, we broke entry and look at what we bounced off of. That little PT that I was like, hey, this could be a little bit of a stopping ground first before we reach up to this one. And sure enough, to the penny, we hit that and rejected off of it. So by paying attention to the videos, you would have known to be scaling out here as well. Then we do come right back down with ferocity. We totally reject entry, coming back down again. But then we come back up to it. And when we come back up to it, what are we looking at? Well, one of the things that we're looking at is the fact that we are, yes, breaking entry again, but we are also above the middle band of the VWAP. So this is a good indicator for puts being where, or excuse me, for calls being where volume is at. So by getting into it again here, being patient, again, same thing happens where a one is the next candle immediately after. I don't like to sell on ones because my play could very well still be going in my direction on the higher time frame. As we can see, a 2-1-2 continuation plays out, followed by another two up. It's very close to it. This failed two comes down and does play out. But as you can see, we stay above the upper band. We wick off of it perfectly and keep going to the upside, retesting out PT1 again. And as soon as we hit this PT1, I mean, I guess here could have been PT1 if you had watched the video. This would have been PT2 in that case. However, we do take a price target and then we're done, right? And that is why it's so important to be scaling out at price targets and then adjusting your stop losses to be in profit after that. Because here you would have been able to make some money. You would be able to make some money, scale out, right? Get back into it again, make some money, have the runner stopped out in profit. So you could have played this a couple of times, two in total actually, and ridden up to those price targets. After that, we have eBay. Oh no, eBay is already, sorry. So eBay, this one is a bit of a bummer because this one did not hit price target, which, if you've been watching these videos, it's kind of rare at this point that something gets signaled and doesn't hit its first price target. Let's talk about it. The day opens up, we immediately are going the opposite way. We're so close to entry, we're running away from it. So for me, that might be one of the indications that maybe I don't want to get into this play. Because in pre-market, we pushed down so close to entry. And then when the market opened up, we ran away from that area. So maybe we'll run away from it again the next time we get here. Maybe it's okay for me to take a smaller position here or to just go and look for another play. In fact, once we do break, we immediately reject and come back in. And maybe you're still in it because we are not crossing and holding above the bottom band. Using that, you could have stayed in it, but it really wouldn't have given you much juice for the squeeze, to be honest. This is unfortunately one of those days where you probably just would have been chopped up within this contract. By the time that you got down here after the reversal, you wouldn't have been making much. Probably would have been at break even. Good thing eBay is a less expensive contract, and even though it didn't hit, it wouldn't have taken too much from you, right? With proper risk management, it just wouldn't have. The last thing that was signaled, and it was only signaled within the last 14 minutes of the day, was TTWO. So going into that 5-minute contract, you can see just the last few minutes of the day, we broke entry. Typically, when things break entry in the last few minutes of the day, I don't take them because there just isn't very much time for it to complete its range and what it needs to do. As you can see here, we got very close to PT1. Let's see what we were at. Oh my gosh, we were 12 cents away from PT1, but we didn't hit it. With that being said, would you have made some money? Yeah, I believe so. If you did get into this and you were moving your stop losses up along the way, you would have made some money along that way. Especially if, up here, you're up 10, 15%, your stop loss is at break even or at 5%. When this did reverse on you, you still walked away with something. And that's why it's so important to adjust your stop losses and manage those plays early and that way. If it does reverse on you, you still lead with something. So that was today's plays review. God bless. I'm going to go work on making 8 more daily plays, 8 more weekly plays. And I'm so, so happy to see y'all winning so big. A couple of y'all shared y'all's wins today. One of them being over a $2,000 win in one play, another one being a $1,200 win on another play. And I cannot express to you how proud I am with y'all. Keep sticking with it. You guys know your strategies. You know it works for you. Even while you're traveling, you can make this happen. And Kiki showed us that today. So God bless. I'll see y'all soon. And let's continue to crush it together. Peace.